لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. This is As You Answer the Call. I'm Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor, welcoming you to another edition of the program. In an effort to ensure the success of the forthcoming Hajj, the Hajj Institute of Nigeria organized a two-day stakeholder summit. The summit, which drew its major participants from the Hajj and Umrah industry, underscores the importance of strengthening collaboration and partnerships in order to ensure smooth and safe 2024 Hajj experience for Nigerian pilgrims. Our spotlight segment will take us through the deliberation at the summit. Stay tuned. Still in the package, we have other regular segments such as Making the Hajj and NAHCON News Diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. And on the quiz, a winner has emerged. Details will be announced in the course of the program. Stay tuned for these and more. Don't go away.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The program kicks off with the news diary. Top in the lineup, NAHCON management meets state Hajj officials to fine-tune airlift plans, and 2024 Hajj National Medical Team and Central Security Committee come on stream. These are more shortly.
Ahead of the commencement of the airlift of Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia on the 15th of this month in Kebbi, the Kebbi state capital, NAHCON management, officials of state pilgrims welfare boards, and that of the approved airliners met to fine-tune plans for a hitch-free exercise.
When you don't airlift the pilgrims, there won't be pilgrimage.
Presiding over the meeting, NAHCON chairman Malam Jalal Ahmed Arabi appreciated the state officials on the level of preparation so far, and called on them to ensure compliance with flight schedules.
There's no point you have a schedule, an aircraft is positioned, and then you agree to an excuse that pilgrims are not ready to come out. You shouldn't allow that happen.
The best thing is for us.
Making his contribution, the Commission's Commissioner of Operations, Prince Anofiu Olariwaju, has this to say.
There are some elements that leads to us, the states, not be able to provide pilgrims for airlifting. And part of these elements have been taken care of. Number one is the visa. I can recall from last year, we started airlifting, visa is still hanging, and that has been sorted out now. Then we have enough space for us to get our yellow card ready before 15th. We also have enough space to get our BTA ready.
So Max here, one flight.
Head of Aviation at NAHCON, Engineer Goni Sanda, made a PowerPoint presentation on the proposed flight schedules.
Before we come up with the document, we shared with the carriers. We shared with the states. We sample the states to know which state will be ready on the first week, which state will be ready on the second week, and which state will be ready on the third week.
The presentation generated comments, observations, and questions from participants. Meanwhile, Kebbi State Government has constituted an 18-man committee to prepare for the inaugural flight at Sir Ahmadu Bello International Airport. Secretary to the State Government, HAJJ Yakubu Bala, chairs the committee. Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris urged the committee to do its best in ensuring a hitch-free ceremony. In the meantime, The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has inaugurated the 2024 Hajj National Medical Team.
They represent a profession that is respected.
NAHCON Chairman Malam Jalal Ahmed Arabi inaugurated the committee at the conference hall of HAJJ House. Inaugurating the team, Malam Arabi congratulated them for being among the successful applicants and called on them to serve the pilgrims diligently and professionally.
Anybody that finds himself within the cycle of medical practice, health workership also knows that it is something that not everybody is privileged to have, because you're holding on to somebody else's life. So it is so important. And that's how we look at you. And that is what we expect you to present in the fields. Make yourselves proud. Make your profession proud. Most importantly, make your creator happy with you.
Also speaking at the event, NAHCON Commissioner of Operations Prince Anofiu Olanrewaju advised the medical personnel to understand the kind of patients they will be dealing with.
I just want to advise that the kind of patients you are attending to when you are in your various clinics and hospitals are not the same of patients we attend to in Saudi Arabia. Those people that have embarked on this kind of journey will bear me witness. So they are different people entirely. So you have to be patient.
Soon after the inauguration, the shortlisted candidates were subjected to further screening drills. In keeping with the guidelines provided by Saudi Ministry of Health, the National Medical Team is responsible for the primary healthcare needs of Nigerian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. In a related development, NAHCON Chairman Malam Jalal Ahmed Arabi has constituted the 2024 Hajj Central Security Committee. The ceremony took place on Tuesday at the HAJJ House.
Actions to prevent any act of insecurity.
While outlining the committee's terms of reference, Malam Jalal Ahmed appealed to members to deploy sufficient resources to checkmate any security threats and fraudulent activities during the Hajj exercise. He said pilgrims' welfare must be treated as a priority.
But I want to reiterate the fact that we will rely on you for so many things. So the burden is heavy. Expectations are high. We're in a very difficult times and situation that people will find it easy to circumvent whatever or go around whatever. Things that you and I know are the vices that people will want to really hold on to.
Responding, Chairman of the committee, Ambassador Mungono, assured the Commission and the country of the readiness of members of the committee to protect the image of Nigeria, promising to be proactive in discharging their mandate.
And so I want to assure the Honorable Chairman that we'll be proactive. We'll collect timely information. Most times we'll act on that information. And then most importantly, each step of the way, we are going to inform Chairman and Honorable members of our activities.
Members of the committee are drawn from different security-related agencies. Still on the inauguration of ad hoc committees, NAHCON management has constituted the national media team for the 2024 Hajj exercise.
Because so much depends on what we report.
Unveiling the committee at the conference hall of HAJJ House, NAHCON Chairman Malam Jalal Ahmed Arabi advised members to be professional in the discharge of their responsibilities.
On our part, the Commission, we are open, will continue to be open to constructive criticisms, advice, and guidance. We can't know it all, especially in the field of your expertise. But please, when you do it most objectively and sincerely.
In their remarks, NAHCON Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information Statistics and Library Services, Professor Abubakar Yagawal, and that of Operations, Prince Anofiu Olanrewaju, advised the media team to protect the image of Islam and Nigeria in their reportage.
converge into...
Alhamdulillah, you are still watching As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation that keeps you abreast of the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and other Hajj-related matters. On Thursday the 2nd and Friday the 3rd of May 2024, stakeholders in the Hajj industry deliberated on strategies to be adopted to ensure a successful 2024 Hajj exercise. Up next is the Spotlight segment, and we shall focus on the issues raised at the summit and how they will impact on the Hajj exercise. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
NAHCON Chairman Malam Jalal Ahmad Arabi, supported by his commissioners and the rector of the Hajj Institute of Nigeria, Professor Nasiru Meturare, welcoming guests to the venue for the Stakeholder Summit on Hajj and Umrah. The summit, titled First National Stakeholder Summit of Nigeria's Hajj and Umrah Industry, with the theme Partnership, Collaboration and Teamwork, the tripod of success for the 2024 Hajj operations, was organized by the Hajj Institute of Nigeria and sponsored by Lotus Bank. It was a two-day event spanning Thursday the 2nd and Friday the 3rd of May 2024 at the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Center, Abuja. The summit brought together officials from various federal government organizations, executives of state pilgrims welfare boards, tour operators, religious leaders, airliners, lawmakers, as well as foreign partners. Vice President Kashim Shettima, represented by the former Minister of FCT, Dr. Aliyu Modibo, declared the summit open. The Vice President said the Hajj and Umrah industry is much more than facilitating Hajj rights. It is also a source of international transaction, which underscores the need for all stakeholders to have a say.
Nigeria's Hajj and Umrah industry hold profound significance not only as pillars of religious devotion, but also as an avenue for strengthening cultural exchange, promoting mutual coexistence, and nurturing bilateral relations. Thus, the success of our pilgrimage operations transcends mere logistical proficiency. It resonates with every essence of our national identity and international standing. Hence, the need for all hands to be on deck.
Vice President Shettima further said that the Tinubu administration takes seriously the welfare of Nigerian pilgrims.
Indeed, you recall my directive to the Commission in August last year that it is absolutely essential for the Commission to develop a robust mechanism to give us maximum success in managing Hajj operations from year to year. Also, that the welfare of the pilgrims is at the core of the pilgrimage, and as such, the Commission must give it the priority it deserves. This summit obviously should serve as an avenue for fulfilling such directive.
With the summit declared open, Vice Chancellor of Al-Istiqamah University, Kano, Professor Salisu Shehu, presented the key paper for the event, titled Nasiha, an essential element for success in teamwork.
Nasiha does not just ordinarily mean what we understand simply to mean advising or counseling, but Nasiha is a broad-based term in Islam. It means counseling. It means doing the right thing to your brother or to your sister at the right time. It means being clement. It means forbearance. It means a lot of things.
During the summit, a wide range of topics were discussed, with experts in different fields sharing experiences on best practices, partnership, and innovative solutions to challenges. In his address at the event, NAHCON Chairman Malam Jalal Ahmad Arabi stressed the importance of partnership and collaboration among Hajj stakeholders.
NAHCON, as a regulator of Hajj affairs in Nigeria and Hajj mission for Nigerian pilgrims in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, deems it fit to dialogue with critical stakeholders with a view to resolving co-operational issues and build a strong, cordial working relationships with the executives and officials of the state pilgrims welfare boards, agencies, commissions, and indeed the tour operators as the licensed organizers of Hajj and Umrah. It is important to note that all stakeholders are working to provide effective and efficient services to the guests of Allah, Diyufur Rahman. And this underscores the importance of this summit.
Malam Arabi said more than 65,000 Nigerian pilgrims have been registered for the 2024 Hajj exercise, noting that preparations have reached advanced stage, with emphasis being placed on securing accommodation in Makkatul Mukarramah and Madinatul Munawwara, visa processing, tent arrangements in Muna and Arafah, and many more. He said all challenges faced at the initial stage of the preparations have been overcome.
The various challenges faced by Nigerian pilgrims this year can only be compensated with effective and efficient service delivery that will engender the renewed hope of Nigerian pilgrims and the emergence of Nigeria as the best Hajj mission globally.
His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Al-HAJJ Said Abubakar, was represented by the Secretary General, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Professor Ishaq Oloyede. The Sultan urged Hajj managers to redouble their efforts in serving pilgrims.
So when His Eminence asked me to come here, he called me, and as my boss, he said, please proceed to the Yaradua Center to represent him. I asked him, what do you want me to do, to say when I get there? And he said, tell them I am with them and I will continue to support them for as long as they are on the right path.
Professor Nasir Maturare is the rector of the Hajj Institute of Nigeria. He spoke further on core objectives the summit is set to achieve.
The main objective of this summit, among others, is to foster open dialogue, establish collaborative framework for effective service delivery to our pilgrims, as directed by His Excellency, and ensure compliance with Hajj regulations in Nigeria and in Saudi Arabia. Therefore, as we stand on the threshold of the 2024 Hajj season, it is imperative that we as collective body serving the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria come together in a spirit of unity and cooperation.
Other stakeholders representing various organizations also made remarks at the summit.
This is a source of learning. We should concentrate, learn more, and we should apply it where it is necessary.
At the end of the summit, stakeholders emerged with renewed determinations and shared commitment to implement strategies and recommendations discussed during the two-day event.
MashaAllah, the program is As You Answer the Call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Don't go away.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
Walking between the hills of Safa and Marwa, otherwise known as Sa'i, is one of the pillars of Hajj and Umrah which pilgrims are expected to perform. When and how should pilgrims perform this rite? How many rounds are they expected to go?
إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله.
On Making the Hajj tonight, Imam Suleiman Yusuf Njoku answers this and other questions.
Sa'i is an exercise, or a sa'i is one of the arkan al-Hajj. We have four: an-niyya, that is the intention; al-ihram, that is the clothing, the two pieces of clothing; then a tawaf, then a sa'i. After tawaf, you now come to do your sa'i. Sa'i is described in the glorious Quran by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو ائتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما. That is bihima here in Arabic. That is bihima. Alif is for the Safa and Marwa.
Pilgrims are expected to perform Safa and Marwa after completion the Tawaf, and they begin with Safa and end in Marwa. The count goes thus.
First of all, start from the Safa. You come to Marwa, right? That is one. From Marwa, you go to Safa. That is two. From Safa, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You come back to, that is where you end it, right? Since you are starting from Safa, That means you come back and end it. Marwa.
What supplications are recommended for pilgrims during the sa'i?
There are different opinion. It depends. You are near your intention and the prayer that you have to you choose. Like in the when we are doing tawaf, what the dua when you are doing tawaf is Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. If you can still use it in that safa, because it is a very good prayer. That is how the Prophet did it when he did the Hajjatul Wada'. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana. You continuously, that is the supplication. You can still have another one. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Wala is the remembrance of Allah, to praise Allah. That is the most important thing at that particular time.
Placed at the valley of Safa and Marwa is the green fluorescent lights. It is recommended for men to jog at a moderate speed between these lights. However, women are to walk at their normal pace. Imam Njoku said some Islamic scholars are of the view that missing the sa'i doesn't vitiate the Hajj or Umrah, pointing out that it can be redeemed.
It could be redeemed according to some scholars. Because some scholars say if you didn't do it or you didn't do it well, there's you may slaughter a ram to augment that aspect. Yes, because in Hajj, one of the things that if you miss it, it means you didn't go to Hajj is there, standing on the day of Arafah. Because I know many people, they will even come on, if tomorrow is Arafah, they say they will come and then join for the Arafah. When they finish, they will now go back and do their tawaf for Ifada. So you can redeem it by slaughtering ram.
The next thing pilgrims do after completing the walk between Safa and Marwa is to cut their hair or shave it. That is, if they are performing Hajj Tamattu. But if they are performing Hajj Qiran, pilgrims remain in Ihram until the 10th of Zulhijjah to complete the Hajj.
Now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, name the type of tawaf in which pilgrims perform ittiba. The correct answer is Tawaful Qudum. The winner is Saadatu Bala from Bauchi State. She provided the answer ahead of others. Saadatu Bala will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach her with the prize she won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, what is referred to as Ar-Ramal during Tawaf? Again, what is referred to as Ar-Ramal during Tawaf? Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages. Abu Huraira Ibrahim from Edo State sent in the first message. It reads, "We appreciate NAHCON and its stakeholders for their efforts in ensuring a successful Hajj exercise this year." Gambo Jibril from Kaduna State sent in the second message tonight. It says, "I wish all intending pilgrims from Nigeria and other countries Hajj Mabrur. May Allah accept our prayers." This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time, same day next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'asalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا